Hello and welcome everyone again to the same thing that we do every day. Let me just tell everyone that I'm here. Although a lot of you watch me after my live ends, but still, gotta do what you gotta do. So, uh, every day, I post a link of my live, but every day I forget about it. Join here. Yeah. All right. So the story has been uploaded. The music is on. Let's just let me quickly check the audios. Yeah, why the light is pink? It must be like yellow or something. Yeah, it's pink. Yellow works, right? This looks good. Clean. So again we are back. So yesterday we ended up on the Godaddy's auction. So we did miss, the dot coms that dropped yesterday. I'm quite early, okay? So you should not say anything. So we're gonna go to the dot coms. I did select some domain names, but let's see if we can get that again. Let's just how many filters that I've added? 6 filters. I gotta reset now. All right, so let's say 24 hours, only characters and no adult names. Okay, no adult names. English, because that's what we like. So we have 31,000 names. Gonna make it even. We're gonna add some more filters. Let's only look for 2 word counts only. Let's see if we can drop down to 10,000. You see, it works every time. 10,000 names. Now what we can do is let's just begin with AI. Okay, come on. It's been ages since we did that. Look, I did select some names. This was AI Maggie. I don't know why, but this was quite interesting. I did not buy any of it, but yeah, I did add some and spare city. I want to check the meaning of this. So, and everything is taken. You see, AI loads, AI patas, and AI cultivating. It's taken. What we can do is let's just see what is this doing. Okay, did anyone buy this? Yes, obviously people did. That's why it's registered. But we are gonna check who took it. Who took it? Okay, for sale on GoDaddy. You see, AIMaggie.com is on a sale. Look at this. So, you just don't have to think much when it comes to AI. As I've already mentioned, AI plus keyword or keyword plus AI paired with the .com domain extension, it's doing crazy. It's doing crazy. I see thousands and thousands of sales. Trust me, I literally get around 10 to 15 domains every day on my DM that are related to AI. And they are doing absolutely good. But yeah, this is the reason, what I like is I add on the watch list. Even if I'm buying or not, that is something else, but I do check. Let's check this now. AI sparsity. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. We're gonna go ahead and enter it here again. Oh, didn't I make any changes? Yeah. Look at this now. $1,955. So both of these domain names are being listed. Not pretty high or low ball offers. These types of names sell. I want to check for this also. Let me just add this to my watch list so that I can come back and every week what I do is I just go ahead and check my entire watch list, the domain names I've added, and how they are doing now. Look at this, 3580. Now prices are very subjective, but obviously we are here to learn something from it. So if you see this, whenever you see this, okay, most of you guys DM me on my Instagram, and that's totally fine. You just tell me about this, what do you think about AI cultivating? I believe I did add some names, okay, when the ones that end with AI. So again, we're gonna hit this. No, I did not. Peaky AI, something like Peaky Blinders, Peaky. This has been taken. So what we're gonna do is, again, I'm gonna go ahead and enter this here and check. All right, now this is on Spaceship. Spaceship is also a good platform. Okay, it has lower commission rates if you are concerned. But if you are new to this domaining world, I would say list your names on Afternic and Godaddy first, because that's highly recognizable at this point. People trust this so much, and these are the platforms. These two, they get the most amount of sales every day. So yeah. So I did check Klong AI. It is I would say a type of Kling AI. So I want to see. This is the reason it says. Let me show you. This is the reason it says over here 2.2 million searches. So can't find the server. Okay. Apart from that, this is Gravitation's AI. I'm not really much into this, and that's the reason I believe it's here. No one has taken it. Coastal Dubai. I was also going through, the sales in the past 24 hours, and there were a lot of domain names that ended with cafe. So I believe, this is not a wave of cafe, as I talked about the block keyword, but cafe is gaining a little traction. I don't know, but cafe is gaining that thing. Apart from that, what I have seen, okay, it's very easy to check trends. You scroll social media, you scroll so many things. So sometimes new things pop up in your feed. That means that they are about to trend. Okay, it happens a lot of times. For now, what I've seen is the fragrance world, okay, that is gaining a lot of traction. So you can check and obviously register fragrance related names, unique brandable names. Obviously, when it comes to buying unique names, these fragrance companies obviously come up with so much of unique names. I can literally name you like 10, 15 right now, but they're all unique names. But companies that have specific niche, fragrance niche, talking about freshness, that woody earthy notes, you can obviously try and experiment and just check, okay, before registering names. Just check about these trends, whether people are buying these types of things or what. There is a trend of what do you call that, inspired perfumes, okay, of the luxury perfumes that are on the line. They are expensive, so not everyone can afford that. So people are very much interested in buying those inspired versions. So this is the reason these types of fragrance companies are at a boom right now. And secondly, it's not only about the price tag. I mean, let's just consider, I just need a fragrance that's not available in my country, and if I have to order, I mean, I gotta pay a huge amount of money for that. And how would I know? Just by looking at the notes online that yes, this fragrance note might suit me. So what I'm going to do is I'll probably order a decant, 10 ml, 20 ml of that, or maybe an inspired version. So that makes sense. Okay, that makes sense if you cannot find that fragrance physically available. So just giving you some things that I've recently scrolled out. So yeah. So we did check, okay, we did check AIs, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the searched volume filter over here and see if we can get something. See, what's web? Epic's game. Remember yesterday, I believe, we came across a name that was Epic Games.com. Yeah, Gams Online. Klong AI. Okay, this is of yesterday's. Okay. Visa betting. Is this even a thing? Devil advocates. I hope it's visible, right? Machine massager. This is Essential tracksuit. Essential is a brand, right? Just give me a moment. So I will be sharing a domain sales story after everything gets closed, and I can probably talk to my client about me sharing this domain name, because not every client is comfortable when it comes to sharing about their domain names. So yeah, just give me a second. Where was I? Yeah, this not this. All right, gotta log in. All right, so let's go ahead. I'm sorry. So that was a text from my one of my domain industry friend. Okay, so sometimes you get to find such a gem kind of names. Wordsmap.com. I did not see where is wordsmap. Okay, wordsmap. Words, it's world's map. It should have been. It's words map. Okay, WORD. It's not RLD. These small little mistakes can happen to anyone. So it happens. Okay, it happens. So this is why I always tell everyone that whenever you like a certain name, just do one thing: copy this and paste this on Google. Okay, just let it just do what it's doing. That's not a bad thing. So yeah, and we have fifteen people on live. Okay, so this is welcome everyone. This is customizable shoes. MIZABLE shoes. Stream views. So it's 16. Okay, 16 people are here. I am very much not into these types of names because people will end up mistyping it, and I don't know if this is pronounced correctly. Customizable, S and Z. This is a problem. So yeah, Ukraine time. We're gonna go see auctions after this. We did leave 2 3 domain names, good domain names. Hotels Pakistan. Hotels Pakistan. Okay. Flashing sale, offline mapping, probiotics digest. It is extinguisher prices, Texan, dreams, Delver men. James Brad. Okay. Loves fishing, doors sale, morning lottery, polar plumbing. Let's see. Oil dripper, sumo restaurants. I am not finding any good names over here. Okay, polishing car. Now, polishing car, scout camper, someone took it. Okay, polishing car. Now, let's talk about this. Okay, polishingcar.com. Now, car polish car, these make sense, but polishing car, you know, a brand, that offers DIY polishing kits for the car. Maybe polishing car can work there. What do you think? Polishing car. People do search about car polishing and these things, but you got to do some thorough research on it. But over here it says 18,000 people search about this. So maybe launching a DIY product on this platform could do good. Could do good. So yeah. So we are over 103 people on live, 104 people live today. Great. Sincere condolences. Elon tweets. There was a time when Elon, literally took the entire marketplace. If you remember about that crypto thing, about those meme coins and everything. Yes, 115 people are on the live. That's great. Planning safety and all right. So what we're gonna do is let's just make this interesting. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to marketplace domains and we are gonna go to GoDaddy. Obviously, traffic most active domains. Let's just hit this. I gotta add a filter over here because obviously alright, so these names, okay, they are gonna expire not today, but yeah, pretty soon. These are the what do you call that? Most active domains. So what I'm gonna do is let's just see the bids, okay, on the most active domains. 17 bids on Thrive, Midtown, Atlas Collection, Hyperstake, token options, token options, casino roots. Now the thing is, it's Milltown Fire, Thrive Midtown. I don't know much about this, but since it is getting 17 bids, this might be a thing. So you got to research on this. I'm not gonna Google right now, but you can. Invisible Money, Coffee Black, mypanel.org, Backlink Publishers. So live is going pretty good. Beef AI. Ah, Eco Lovers. Now, Eco Lovers is an interesting name. Now, eco lovers can be eco-friendly lovers, a startup that offers eco-friendly things. So this is, a very brandable name. It has that, what do you call that, emotional touch, and obviously, a sense of this present society where, you push eco things. So that's what I'm thinking of it right now. If I think about it after, an hour, probably I will have some different things. So, studyexperts.com. Study experts. Study expert AI or AI study expert, I think would have been more powerful. Or, just working with, study expert AI or something like that with the same keywords. True testing. Okay, SPHERE. Inbound.us. Casino delivered. So a lot of you were asking me about the .club domain extension. Since a lot of registrars, especially Dana is offering it for I believe $1 or under $2. So I have a little love and hate feeling for this domain extension because it's not much popular as it used to be. But also the renewal prices of these domain extensions can get a lot high, so you got to check for that, and you should see what keyword would fit with the .club domain extension. Okay, so this would make a lot of sense. You just cannot pair any keyword with a .club domain extension. Trust me, it's not going to work. So this is how it goes. homelessusa.com. Homeless USA. Oh, homelessness is a thing, but I don't know. How do you just make it right for this? Namecheap had good names, right? Yes. Not much. Let's see Dana.'s expired domains. Can you find good? 22 bids on this coin book. Coin book. Now, coin book can be, so many things. Maybe, a book for coin collection. What else? Or maybe, obviously when it comes to coin, you can relate this to crypto coins. That can also happen. And maybe, a platform that has, an encyclopedia of every crypto coming up. That makes sense. What else? Something, that is digital collectible things, NFTs and all that. Maybe, a catalog, a book kind of thing. That can make sense. So yeah, this is brandable too, I believe. Coinbook, date.site, tokenized assist.trade, perfumeways.expert. See, I told you about perfumes, right? You will see, okay, trust me, I would say 7 to 8 months from now, you're gonna see a wave of these domain names dropping by the keyword perfumes. I did talk about it right now, and here you're seeing just one name, but there will be, trust me, there will be too many. cctraining.co. You are trained to be a sissy? No, wait, okay. Let me just see the most registered ones. Not much names, 1212. This is token.loans. Loans. Now, token is a great keyword, okay? Since the rise of these decentralized and meme coins and tokens, these types of keywords are never left alone. But, the loans domain extension is not going well with it. So yeah, learning.finance, learn.finance, I can say this will do good. But learning.finance probably a little longer than usual, and you see there is no bid, on this $8, 5 days left. So yeah, and I don't know about the dot finance extension. You got to check whether it comes under the premium renewal category or not, and what is the cost of the domain renewals for this. So, as for the people who may or may not know, because there are a lot here right now. How many? There are 133 people here. So, for them, you should check. Okay, some of the domain extension, what I've seen is, if you remember AI.green, that domain name's yearly renewal was coming out to be, I believe, $1,100, $1,100 to $1,500, depending on the registrars. So, what you got to do is, I mean, that was AI.green, that makes sense. But if you're buying such domain extensions, what you can do is, let's just say, consider this as an example. You're registering that domain name for, let's say, you will have that for 5, 10 years at least. So you are actually paying not less than $10,000. So instead of paying $10,000, for a domain name for 10 years, what I'm going to say, and obviously for a whole different extension, what I'm going to say is buy a premium.com domain name, pay that $5,000, $7,000, $8,000, and then you will be only left with $10, $20 every year of renewal. So that is going to be less, impactful for you on your finance. And on top of it, that domain name will obviously be premium, the .com. Even if your business or startup fails, you still have that specific virtual digital asset, a real estate, that you can sell it. It's very easy. And when you buy these types of domain extensions that are not much known, you will not have any other chance, to do anything. Just you gotta let it expire. So the return on investment will be good when it comes to popular domain extensions. These new domain extensions are good, okay, they serve their purpose pretty well, but if you are a company, if you're a startup, you must focus on these little things too. Small little things goes a long way. Yeah. Maths.apartments, computers.production, open mind, Dallas.travel, Dallas.travel. Not a bad name, but not a bad name, I mean, with the domain extension, Dallas, Texas, I believe. Aries.cafe. Now, I do have, I am holding certain names with the .cafe domain extension. I believe this domain extension is good. It is good. But you got to obviously pair it with, something powerful keyword, some powerful keyword. Brut.xyz. What a shit. Let's go to cached. Let's go by the bids. Let's see if we can find something of a kind name. We have never been through, the cached. So let me just. We still have those filters on. No, this is the name only we can find, transportblog.co.nz. Hey, we did check indiaspeak.news yesterday. Yeah, so I believe I'm sorry, we did talk about these names yesterday. Let's go to Godaddy. Switch point, we were seeing this yesterday. Common.net. Now, common is really not so common when it comes to, when you're checking the domain extensions that are quite popular. The .net is quite popular, and this common is not common because this is obviously registered in 279 more domain extensions. But talking about the top 5 popular domain extensions, .net is amongst them. So this common is actually a dictionary word. We all know this, right? So this is why this will make it a little more valuable. So over here it says the valuation is $11,000. The bids are going crazy. 1136 USD is the current bid going on, and it has 3 days left. So you can expect $2,000-3,000 for this. But let's see, it depends. Auctions depends on a lot of things. Okay, I've seen huge potential and potential domain names that got sold for very cheap prices. So auctions are just like that. Sometimes when the buyers are there, they have interest in that particular niche name, so they bid on it, they go all out. And certain times these types of things don't work out the way we think. But obviously, I don't think so. It's going to go to $11,000. To be very honest, it's going to go lesser, $2,000-3,000. I don't think so. I don't think so. It's going to go way beyond that. But 50 bids on this. Okay, so you can expect the unexpected when it comes to domain auctions. Thyroid treatment now. This is also a very popular thing. A lot of women are actually they have, what is this called as thyroid. So it's really, a popular thing. So people find about these cures. There are a lot of cures for this. So certain things are only treated medically by medical professionals, but these types of things, these types of, I would not call it a disease, but these types of things can be treated with lifestyle, some ayurvedic and herbal supplements. This is the reason people search a lot about these things, but you can see there are no searches here. But over here it says $9,615. There is 3 days left over here. You can see this name is good. I mean, people search about thyroid treatments a lot. So these types of names, they just say what it does. So this is actually a good name, but we will keep an eye on it. Okay, we will see what is this all about, what price is going to go up, and whether the website is developed or not after that, or someone bought it for reselling purposes. So keeping closely. Heartbeat.co. Heartbeat.co. Now there are endless potentials when it comes to this name, Heartbeat.co. This has that emotional touch. This has that, this has so many things, but I don't know what can this be used for. Ocean farming, money system. Yesterday you were talking about this money system. Study table, remember, it's still 3:30. I was wanting to make a video on this, but I did not. Probably I'll just go ahead and go all over again. Rep.cc. Now very short name, very short name. If this comes under $100, $200, definitely a buy, or definitely a steal, I would say. Casino properties, casino properties. Bloom AI. I like this name. Brandable sounds, unique, and sparks that, curiosity about what this will be doing. It also depends upon word to mouth and marketing. Sitting in a room telling people about, I have a startup, I have a AI startup, and that is bloomai.com. The website is bloomai.com. That sparks that curiosity in people, that what is this all about? Similar to, remember what I was talking about, that was watermelonai.com. Again, that sparks a curiosity in me, and obviously though the people who would be listening to this, that what is this watermelon AI all about? Gravity marketing. Another name that we were talking about, supercomputers. Bitcoin Bible. NFT consulting. There was a wave, there was a time and there was a wave of NFT. I see this, fading, because a lot of NFTs and all those things, got into trouble. So people, they were staying away from NFTs. Just like, the decentralized crypto, there were so many meme coins. People invested huge amounts of money and lost a lot. So if, NFTs boom again, these types of names will be very much favorable. Digital arts and all, NFTs. Jogger pants, remember I told you I don't like jogger pants, I'm into cargo ones. Moon Society. elderlyhelp.com. Today itself, I did talk about the name agecare.com that got sold for, I believe, $7,000 if I'm not wrong. And when I was making a short little video for that, I did happen to research a lot about this industry. So, if I'm not wrong, by the year 2030, there will be approximately 50 to 60% elderly population. So, that is actually a huge number. So, these types of industries will boom. Trust me, will boom. Elderly care, the nursing, these types of things, they will boom. So, this is not a bad name. Talking about agecare.com, if I am not wrong, that was age care. Let me just quickly check. This is agecare.com. Yes, it got sold for $7,000. So by 2030, 1 in 6 people will be over 60. This is what I mentioned there. And these were strictly studies, okay? I'm not making things up, okay? So, nursing, senior wellness, these industries is going to explode. Why? Because of the huge market. So this is actually a thing, this is actually a thing. Healthcareinvestments.com. What do you think about this? aim.co. You see, there are 115 other domain extensions registered. So how do you check whether it is actually holding? It will hold a potential amount of value for you or not. Go check aim.com, go check aim.org, go and check .net, go and check all the popular domain extensions. Okay, .cc, go ahead, check that too. And now you got to see, are those domain names developed and are they a website or they are selling? If the .com is available for a sale, chances of the .co to be picked by someone is lesser. Considering if that is priced hugely, that can favor you, cause the low ball companies, they love low ball offers. They love to acquire the names as much as they can, so probably they can. But if the .com is taken, if the .org is taken, and all those other popular domain extensions are being taken and are being used, by use what I mean is the website is developed and fully functional, that is the time this domain extension and this aim.co will be of a huge value, because there is a scarcity in the market for this name. And the buyer, if anyone who wants to start a company, obviously they can't go and just have that domain name because they are taken. Obviously there are ways to take those domain names too. If you have a budget, you can occupy that, so you can negotiate with them. So but what about the rest companies? They will come and definitely acquire this name. So these are totally, these things have happened over the past couple of years. So this is how other domain extensions get favored. When there is a surge in market, there is a scarcity in market, people will buy because they know that this is not going to stick around forever. Someone else will take it, because it's not only me who is focusing on this name, because I cannot find other popular domain extensions. Same goes to all the startups and the companies, the owners of those companies, the business owners. Peptides professional. So I guess we did a lot of hustle today. We did go across a lot of domain names. So a lot of people watched this, which is absolutely great. So this is it, guys, for today. I hope you have a good one. I hope you take care of yourself and do something absolutely good.